Let's see how it goes. If it's not the right deck, it's easy enough to change. Ooh, going
Let's have a
first.
crack, man. I like this one. I just haven't piloted it much. I ran it with. Oh God, do I have lands in here?
Uh,
Is
hmm.
it Is London Mulligan? Oh no, it's not.
Nah, it's the shitty mulligan.
Fuck, why won't they update that on this? This is annoying me. I've got 7 creatures or cards, not one land.
Yeah. I had a one lander and it was very tempting. But I've talked. I used to be a lot more aggressive on the one landers, but I've just
And
talked myself out of keeping it. It's like, just don't do it.
with your mono red,
Yeah, I'm on a red
it
still.
doesn't punish you as much. Oh, well, that changes everything. Wow, look, Selesnya colours. Who would have thought, Ross?
You playing Selesnya? Since when?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
That's a Thorn Lieutenant. Why do you have to do this to me?
Because I'm going to make you make choices.
I don't want to make choices.
And you know you're going to lightning strike that bad boy. Because you know I want you to. Oh, we'll go with our shock then, will we?
No. I will do this though.
Oh, yeah, build him up with Buttercup.
Oh, another Thorn Lieutenant? Great. I hate it.
Funnily enough, we've got a few of these, mate, against Mono Red.
Hmm.
Awesome. I followed your advice. I've got a Horizon Canopy.
Okay, great. Uh, I have to think. Um, Why do you have to do this to me, Simon? You just.
See, I think you want to. Then you're going to burn one, potentially with a lightning strike, and then the other one's going to die to it. Oh, but then you probably got. I'm going to empower you, Ross.
Oh, you didn't do it. Didn't do
No!
it.
I thought
God.
what you'd do is you'd let me double block, lightning strike, kill one, you're no worse off, but I'm down a creature. But I was worried you're going to benefit too much also from. Well, I guess it's empowering the board, yes.
Venerated Loxodon. I get +1, don't I?
Yeah. It's only +1/+1.
Um, that's really annoying. Then I get 2/2s. That's not. Yeah. But then I have to do it anyway. This is not.
You flooded quickly. You went from a 1-lander to a 3-lander hand.
Alright. Let's just do this.
Oh, you might not want to.
I know I don't want to.
Oh, no! Ross!
I know.
Was that painful?
It was painful.
Oh.
Alright. We
I
have to
didn't
go
expect
all
that.
in at this stage.
Yeah, you kind of do. You probably got a lightning strike. I'm not particularly worried. Let's force you to use it.
Um, Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Do your worst.
Oh, you're not gonna like it. I told you.
Simon!
Oh, it gets worse. I'm sorry.
Don't. Dude.
It gets
Oh, they've
way
got
worse.
lifelink.
Oh, hang on. It gets way worse.
Venerated Loxodon again. Oh no!
That moment when the board spikes out of power control.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling real good about this one. This is going nowhere fast. Alright, so I need basically a card that doesn't exist in my deck. Yeah, I don't think that one's going to cut it. Alright. I'll let you have the satisfaction. Just end me. I won't do anything. It's all yours. No response to everything. Oh, hang on. I do still have to pass. Yep. Yep. No blocks. Pass. Yep. Ripping pepperonis.
I was lucky I hit land drops non-stop, mate.
Sideboard, save me. Alright, yeah, this is pretty much stock then. What am I taking out? So I have it all written down here. Probably this as well. So I have it written down, but then I changed the deck, and so now I have to write it down. So now I have to think. Pardon me.
This is hard.
I agree. I probably need this. I probably don't need this.
I feel like I've done something really nasty.
No, my opener was very weak. Okay, alright. I'm undefeated so far, Simon. You might be able to break that. If I win this, I'm a lock for the top two. No pressure, Simon. I'll go first.
Yeah, I've bounced between. Yeah, I gotta keep this.
If you win, I think you have potential to
my mill deck doesn't.
Take
the one I've been playing the most of.
Take Chris off his perch because he's on 3 as well. Flower, okay, hooray.
Given the fact I've only got like 21 lands, it does help a lot.
Oh well, yeah. Flower acts as basically half a land.
Yeah, it's a good mana sink at the end as well with a lot of tokens.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Stephen's back. Tell a friend.
If this is another baffling end, no. That's not fun.
I'm sorry. Apparently this is really good removal against mono red.
It is pretty good. It basically no enchantment removal, so you're safe. Thank goodness. Alright. Back in business. History of Benalia. Resolves. Well, you got there.
Shock. Yep. This is going to become a consistent play, I think. History of Finalia. Oh, shit.
Gotta play the Tybalt. Gideon Blackblade. Yep. Well, now I don't know what to do. Options.
You're probably not familiar within the deck, are you?
I'm reasonably. I have played against Lesnia before.
I actually saw this one on the MPL circuit.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're in good company.
And I'm pretty sure I got the deck right, but it's very hit and miss with its lands. I found there's a little bit of inconsistency to it. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice.
And I think. Yeah, I gotta go for Gids.
That's fair enough.
Oh, I should have. Yeah, whoops, my mistake.
Oh, this is a hard choice. I think I need to. Oh shit. Yeah, no.
Baffling, and yeah, fair enough.
It's too mana inefficient, but
Yeah, I forgot to plus with Tybalt. Yeah,
like,
my mistake. I punted that one.
that's a bit more mana efficient. You can burn it if you want, but I'll buy time.
It will buy time.
I was apprehensive using that. Oh, that could hurt.
When it dies, create 2 L's. Yeah. That's annoying. Well,
Gideon's just a pain. He just gains me life. I'm not actually interested in anything he offers.
I have to kill it though.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing. It forces you to focus on him other than my face.
This is brutal.
Oh, lightning strike on Gideon. I think I only run one, to be quite honest. I'm not that impressed with him. Oh,
I used a lot of resources to deal with that Gideon, and then I whiffed on the Tybalt.
oh, this is painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna do. You can stop it. You can kill it.
I can't. I choose not to. Alright. Chandra, you're my only hope.
Now this woman has been killing me. I do not like her at all. One or more loyal encounters are removed. She deals that much damage to opponent or planeswalker. Jeez.
No attacks. I think I made this one wrong. Gonna need a lot of love from the top of the deck. Really need Chandra to put on the show here. Yeah, I don't think playing land is going to get there.
How many lands do you run?
20. It's pretty stock at this stage.
6 lands drawn though is like.
We're a few turns in though, so. And I have 2 Chandra pluses at this stage. So I've drawn. And was there a light at the stage? Or was that game 1?
That was this game, I thought.
I mean, I've played 6 spells, 7 spells. To your, I can't see your yard. For some reason, it doesn't say how many cards. You've played 4, so you've actually done less than I have. How did you tap it? Sorry, what am I missing? Temple Garden. No. What did you tap to get a Mario to do a thing? Sorry, I missed it.
What did I? So I used Amara to cast March of the Multitudes, but
March of the Multitudes, right.
He does a soldier.
Yeah. So these are at me.
All at you.
Probably has to be this way. Alright.
This will be I drew.
I really need that chain whirler.
Chain whirler.
Not gonna be enough.
Well, you could pull it off light up the stage and still have the mana.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Not enough.
I was praying then. Oof.
Alright. Yeah, you got me. No attacks. I did punt, but I don't know how much difference that punt would have made. Okay, yeah, I'm cooked now. So I block here, yeah. And then block, and then die. You got me.
Sorry, Rob.
That's alright, mate. There's always next week. No, that was brutal.
I played against Coxie last week with my mill deck, and after destroying Brent Peters, I felt so guilty on my mill being so dirty.
Nah, that's alright, mate. That was good. Yeah, I don't know. I just I did punt on so I think I did mistake with, in the game 2, I did a mistake with Tybalt. I was supposed to neg, so Tybalt would have survived the next return. I don't know how that changes much. It just stops you from gaining life. It doesn't actually change any of your plays.
No, and Tybalt forced me, I was trying to keep the Knight of Autumn for one of your enchantments, like your Steam. What are the what are the 4 mana enchantments that draw you just play the top of your deck?
Yeah.
Experimental Frenzy.
Yeah.
So I had it there for that, but because I had 3 in the deck, I was pretty confident that I would
get there. Yeah.
Yeah, that I'll draw another one. Hoping I would.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. You also had a lot of good targets. You got 3 of those baffling ends, which was huge.
Yeah, I had 2 in my opening hand.
And drew the 3rd, yeah. Because it's like, if I could have built up a board presence, get the experimental, get a board presence, stop you from attacking. Because I had the chain whirler there, and I thought, he's used 2, surely I'd safe now, but nah. Like, if I could just got the chain whirler to survive longer. Nah. Nah, it was uphill, really.
Look,
Used a lot of resources to kill Gideon. That was my main issue. I think I could
yeah,
have used the
I
lightning
run
strike
one
better.
Gideon. It's one Gideon, and the reason why is he's and I had him in the first game. I scried him to the bottom. Um, he's a big target for people to deal with, and against mono red, the more people attack him, the more life I gain. But he,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you have to,
yeah,
because he will give something like the Knight of Autumn lifesteal. Like you can't do
yeah,
full damage to me in a turn and then lose 4 life, and I gain it.
yeah. I'm just
I had to
thinking.
get rid of my Legion's Landing, Saproling Migrations. I didn't put any extra March of the Multitude in. I got rid of all 4 of my Conclave Tribunals just then in my sideboarding. I got
Conclave Tribunal surely got to be good, right?
not really, because against mono red it relies on lots of tokens, but you blow through a lot of my tokens.
Yeah, Chain Whirler.
Like Chainwhirler literally
Hmm.
drops and destroys me. The one thing I probably should consider putting in the deck against mono red, Hunted Witness is really good because it dies but it leaves something. Whenever something dies and leaves
Yeah.
something, I benefit. But I only had 3 Baffling Ends and 2 Prison Realms, and I
Uh-huh.
drew 3 Baffling Ends. Like that's pretty pathetic.
So I brought in Lava Coils, which I didn't see, the Fight with Fires, which you saw one, and the Tybalt. So I saw a few of my sideboard cards. Um, I cut Viyashima. This was the guide that I had run off with the Viyashima Pyromancers because it just isn't really doing much. Although in this case, I probably would have been better because I could have targeted Gideon. But normally against your lists, I wasn't expecting Gideon. I probably should have been. I haven't really been paying too much attention to uh, um, white green lists. Is that Vishnu Pyramid just does not do a lot. It just sort of deals 2 damage and then does nothing because you have so many tokens and it just doesn't block any. Like it just does a nothing card. So it doesn't make the cut there. I also cut Fanatical Firebrand because I know you're probably going to take out some of the 1/1s. Um, so Fanatical Firebrand wasn't doing a lot in the matchup except to make Shock slightly better, but it's still pretty bad. Um,
Yeah,
and then I also took out. What did I take out? A couple. Was it a couple copies of Light Up the Stage? The issue with Light Up the Stage is that without the spectacle, and it's hard to get spectacle going against your list because you usually have blockers, and I usually want to be using my removal on your creatures. So Light Up the Stage is a lot worse. I still have 2 in there, but I took 2 out just because it's so much harder to get spectacle, and we can't afford to, like a 3 mana Light Up the Stage is just so much worse. Um, yeah, that was how I sideboarded against you, but it just wasn't. So, and when I had the Chandra out, I drew my second Chandra, and it was like, oh great, a second Chandra. This
I was
isn't going to
probably
be
the
very
worst.
helpful. Maybe I should have just cast it anyway, just to dig through the deck a little bit. But um,
Yeah. I run 2 Immortal Suns because there's such a heavy.
yeah, in this format, the Mortal Sun does so much work, and your deck can cast it. So uh,
Yeah, I'm only running land wise.
20 lands, but we have so much card draw. So we have
Yeah, I've got
Light Up the
21
Stage, Frenzy, Chandra. It's not actually that much, to be honest, but it's enough to sort of get away with. Because it's. There's a lot of the deck is at the 1 and 2 slot. There's 3 Chain Whirlers, Light Up the Stage, which usually pay 1, Wizard's Lightning, which usually pay 1. And so there's. On the curve, above 2, it's just Chain Whirler, Frenzy, and Chandra. So that makes a total of 9 cards in the deck, which are above 3 mana. And in Burn, like Modern Burn, has only 1 and 2 drops, and it runs 19 lands. So if you go up a land and include the card draw from Light Up the Stage, Chandra, and Frenzy, you actually can get away with 20. Some lists have run 19, some have run 20, 21, sorry. But
You didn't kill
the.
on lands at all.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem, like, flooding is really bad in this deck. If you flood out, then you pretty much lose. If you draw too many lands, then you're not getting places.
Yeah. Look for me. Look, I mean, again, I've got Legions landing, 3 of those. I've got one district guide in here
Yeah.
because you just drop that body, that 3 drop that goes and finds you your 4th land, which you can play. It just gives you some flexibility. I like this list though. For Selesnya, I really enjoy it. It's a little bit of tokens, but it's got a little bit of grunt.
Yeah.
I think I did a bit of a change with the sideboard. Put in 2 Shalais.
Shalai is so good. Did you side that in against me?
Yep, I put one in, I think, because
Yeah.
I dumped the
It's
4
really good against Mono Red. It's just like, in order to deal with this, I need Lava Coil or Bust, basically.
Yeah. And I find Conclave Cavaliers soak up a huge amount of damage
Yeah.
because you can't, because of the Vigilance. Again, the Vigilance is
Yeah.
infinite value to me. I mean, I can
Nah,
hit
I
you.
think a lot of your. I think it's a bad matchup for me, and
It is
I
really
didn't run
bad.
into the cards I needed.
That's why I ran Mill for 2 of my games, just because like I shouldn't run Mill last week against, but I wouldn't have beaten Coxie no matter what. His list, Mill, fuels his list. He
Yeah.
actually put a Drake down.
It's even worse. Those
Mill
Drake, Crackling Drake. How is that a card that exists?
I milled him for 26 or something, and he had like this 26, 26.
Yeah,
20,
that's not gonna get you there.
24 bloody, and then I exiled everything. I was like, he didn't care. Even though his Phoenixes were a write-off and gone, he didn't care.
Yeah,
'Cause his
Crackling
was a
Drake.
20/4.
What? It's blue black, or is it just
It's blue-red.
blue-red?
He's a aggro Drake's list that it just destroyed my mill in 2 games flat. My
Wow.
only chance was to mill his Drakes and then exile his Phoenixes.
Wow.
And there was no way for me to sideboard it. So
Oh, it would have been good to see that one. That would have been hilarious to watch.
he destroyed. I must admit, I had an element of I was kind of land screwed and unlucky as well. But
Yeah. Oh, did you see Coxie against Chris last week? That was just so infuriating. Like, it was just like, come on, play, get the land. It was like, it was just too far tempoed out by his own deck. That's just so frustrating. I felt so bad for him watching that game.
Favoring that first mulligan doesn't sting you anywhere near as much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'd say the second mulligan stings you a lot less.
Well, we will be getting the London Mulligan
It's official
with M20,
Yeah.
and we had it temporarily for the Singleton event that was running on the weekend, which was good. But yeah, as of M20, which is coming out in about a month or so, that's when we'll get the London Mulligan proper. But until then, we're just stuck with the crappy. It was so frustrating at the MCQ, you having to use the Vancouver Mulligan. And I was like, this is so brutal. I know if I had the London Mulligan, I could smooth out these decks so much better. But you just don't get the chance.
Yeah.
All right.
Crap.
Yeah. So, are you going straight to bed, or did you want to play another one, or?
Look, mate, I'm going to hit the hay because I've got to get up in 5 a.m. to get back to Melbourne to run
Oh,
this
jeez.
day of the training course.
Oh, okay. What are you training in?
Not me. I'm running it.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Staff. I'm teaching how to be clinical instructors operationally.
Wow. They haven't just stabbed you yet? They go, oh, God, Si was our teacher. What's the response been like, actually? What has the response been like?
To what? Me?
You're teaching?
People tend to like me doing it because I'm an extrovert.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the feedback I tend to get is very glowing.
Okay.
But I'm also not very arrogant. I recognize that a lot of the content I'm facilitating, not an expert in, and I'm pretty honest with staff. And I usually only do things that I'm experienced in.
Oh, okay.
I have 2 training things on the run at the moment. One is safety and awareness and manual handling. So I train all over Gippsland and Melbourne for that. And
Right.
the other one's clinical instructor, which I've been a CI for 10 years. So
Have you done any, like, sort of teaching courses or something? So they just said, you can teach him how to do it, and that'll be fine.
no, and I haven't done my Cert 4 in education, like assessment and training either. But
Right.
I find a lot of it kind of comes a little bit naturally, not to
Right.
sound arrogant, but
Are you enjoying it? Is this something you see yourself doing, or are you much more happier in
oh
the field?
yeah, no, absolutely. Like I've had to give this up over the last 2.5 years, really, and I've hated it. So I'm back at my roots, and yeah, it's lovely when a team manager writes or sends me a text message saying, I've just sent you in your feedback about your performance, and I just got to say this is what I wrote down, and it's really glowing. It's You don't feel like you deserve it.
Right.
I'm very animated, so I can often make dry content tolerable.
Yeah, that's often the issue. I can remember so many courses at uni, and the guy's going on about, three-phase this and that and the other, and you're like, God, he's just reading off the slides, and it's like, I could just read the slides. Give me the slides, and I could just go home already.
See, I won't present any content that I haven't almost memorized. So I won't read off slides, and I'll even forget to be clicking them along behind me because I just progress, and they go, "Oh, I better catch up on the slides," and I click them, and everything I've said is in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and again, like some of this content's, I've known for 3 or 4 years, so I don't know. Look, in hindsight, I shouldn't have been doing this weekend. I was meant to be Friday night shift, but they pulled me out of the night shift to do 2 training days. It wasn't the better deal. It was not a better deal, but I needed the money.
Yeah. All right. Well, I won't keep you up anymore. Get that beauty sleep.
Thanks, mate. I'll be up with the little guy in hours, so I'm going to get what I can.
All right. Thank you for the game. I'll
Thank
post
you.
it up on YouTube, and have a blast this weekend, mate.
Cheers, mate. Hey, and good luck, because I have no chance of going into the top.
I think you do. I think if you win next week, it gets messy. Chris will have a write-up, but I think if you're on 3 points now, is that correct?
I beat Brent Peters, and
Yeah.
I've then lost the next couple against Chris and
Okay.
Coxie. So I don't.
Yeah, that's probably out of you. If you win next, you'll be on 9 points, which would probably put you out of the running.
All I've done is sort of hurt you more than help me.
Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate that one.
No, I was really mindful of it.
That's all right, mate. Hey, whatever works. I'll see you whenever I see you then.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll be on what am I now? Friday, Saturday night shift. No, I'm kind of going to be absent from the Magic scene for a little bit now.
Oh, no.
So, but fingers crossed we can get a draft up and running for Modern Horizons.
Yeah, no, I want to do that draft as well. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can do that soon.
All right, catch you later.
Have a good night.
You too.